Hi guys, Chris here. I thought I'd do a very quick video for you. This one is about the Amazon Kickstart site building service because I get quite a few questions that come through and the same questions come up, so I thought I'd do a video that outlays them so you know what you're getting, so to speak. So that brings me to the first question, which is actually the main question I tend to get, is what do you get? What do you get with the service? What you get with the service is basically an Amazon site that is guaranteed to do well. Now I know that guarantee is thrown around. There's some pretty wild guarantees out there. But what I mean by that is because you get all the tools to promote the site, and because you get my knowledge, and because you're getting the niche picked for you and the product, so to speak, the site, I can tell you, is actually guaranteed to do well. I'm on the Amazon Kickstart site building service listing, and if we scroll down you can see once you're at this listing you'll find a link in the email, or if you're watching from YouTube you will find a link directly underneath this video that will take you through to this thread, and you'll find this video here which is actually the Amazon Kickstart intro, which is a course. But if you start this video, I won't start it now because it will play over the top of what I'm saying, but if you start this video and you scroll along to 16 minutes 34 seconds on the timeline, you will be able to see some of the positions that the sites have achieved, and basically see them on Google, so you can actually see that they're ranking. It's a lot of different things working together. Obviously you've got the content, obviously you've got the SEO, and obviously a bit of it is to do with the products you pick and how you're promoting them. To move on to the next question, which I sort of covered, is why do they do so well in the rankings? What's the key? Now the key is unique quality content, and that doesn't sound like anything spectacular, but if you look at many offers, many site building offers, or many plugins or software, what they actually do is they go out and scrape the content. So the content you're getting is taken from Amazon and it's all sort of duplicate content. Now don't get me wrong, when you're building the site it's okay to use a bit of duplicate content, like you can use the features, because the features will never change for the product, and you can use the features, but the actual meat of the page, the actual meat of the product review, needs to be quality content, that unique content, and updated regularly. And there's a couple of other things with the sites. What I do as well is I write the reviews for the customer. So gone are the days where you can sort of get one past Google and get ranked on the first page by just jam-packing your sites with keywords. That won't happen, especially since the Panda and the Penguin updates. But what you can do is, if you're dedicated to providing quality content that's unique content and writing it in a manner for the customers, you will find that you get your keywords in there anyway and you rank really, really well. And what that actually does is when your Amazon site starts ranking and people are reading through, I write the content in a way to make sure that you get as many click-throughs, because that's obviously where the sales are going to come from. So many times I see people build Amazon sites, they look good, they rank well, and they're not getting any sales, and they say, hang on, why aren't I getting any sales? And I say, because your call to action needs to be strong enough where you offer something that no one else can offer, which is basically what I do in the site for you. And that comes down to picking the special offers, the discounts, and telling the customer as much as you can about the product and giving them a reason to click through your link. Another question is, what gives your service the edge? I would say speed. I can get the site to you relatively quickly. Obviously I'm writing all of the content myself, so that does take time, but that's also the second part, is quality. So you want quality over speed, but still you're going to get a profitable site created for you from scratch, relatively quickly. And I'd also say, without blowing my own trumpet, knowledge. I've been working online for over 10 years. I've had many ClickBank products. Some of those ClickBank products have been number ones. And I have built well over 100 Amazon sites. But the reason I'm telling you about the ClickBank and the Amazon and CPA offers and all the stuff I've been involved with, I actually started out in an SEO firm before I actually moved online, so to speak. My company's called CLJ Publishing Limited now. It's a proper limited company. But I started out working for an SEO firm, which is it was good because it gave me all the tools that I use now. But one thing that I can say is that SEO is obviously always changing. Another thing is no one can absolutely guarantee you positions unless they can hold up their hands and say, I work for Google and they've allowed me to say to you, you can get page 1 on Google. There's no guarantees, but you can build a site by following certain guidelines, by making sure, again, you have really good quality content, by making sure it's updated regularly, by making sure that you're using real-time tools, which is more like Google Plus and Twitter. That's how the web is changing. So a lot of it is keeping your finger on the pulse and making sure that you're staying ahead of the trend and you're building quality for the people that you're trying to target. I'm not really a fan of building lots and lots of backlinks. I know that used to work really well. But if you try and game the search engines, especially Google, 9 times out of 10 when there's another update, you'll lose all your rankings. Over 10 years I've built up sites, I've built up products, and I can honestly say that very rarely have I been hit with a Google update that has sent me reeling, so to speak, sent all my listings plummeting, because I build the sites with quality content. And over time they start to rank, and then I can see what they're ranking for, and then when sales come in you can write more content surrounding the products that are selling. Another question is, can you guarantee success? To answer this, it's a yes and no. Obviously I can't guarantee success. If I built a site for someone and they got the site and they didn't do anything with the site whatsoever, you may or may not get rankings. And if you're absolutely adamant that you're not going to do anything with the site, it will probably not rank very well. But I can guarantee success for those of you that want a head start, they want to get a profitable site out there, and you will also get access to the Amazon Fast Track system and one-on-one coaching with myself to ensure that you've got all of the tools that you need to make this site a success. I will work with you personally as you're going through the Fast Track system to help you with any questions that come up a bit like this, but we'll obviously be going, I can tell you exactly what to do with the site, where you need to build, so it gives you a huge head start and you'll be ranking before you even start on the site. So if you're dedicated to sticking with it, if you do what I tell you to, if you do what the course says, I can guarantee success. You can also see, just another note I've got here, you can also see if you look through this thread and you look through the posts, you can see people that have got sales and you can see people ranking well as well. Another question, quite a simple one. How do I order? All you need to do, we're in the thread. Obviously read this part, step 1, step 2, step 3. Once you've read through though, all you need to do is one site, 3 sites or 5 sites. You just select the package that you want here, and then if you click one of these it will go through and you'll be able to pay. And once payment is received, I will then obviously see that payment come through and I will send an email to you with the niches that have been selected. If you pay obviously with your PayPal email and you want to use a different email for correspondence, just send me a quick private message or an email to support@azonfasttrack.com and I can use that email and then all you have to do is allow 10 days for delivery. It's normally quicker, 10 days being the absolute max, and you will also get complete access to the Amazon Fast Track course and one-on-one coaching from that point. So while I'm building the site, you can be looking through the Fast Track course and seeing how it all works, and then once the site's ready, we can work on it together and I can coach you on how to get rankings. So use this service, use it as a springboard, because once you've got this site, you've got a huge head start, and then once you've got the Amazon Fast Track course, you will also have all of the tools you need to promote the site and do it time and time again, and actually build a business rather than trying to game the search engines or get like literally just sort of spam the search engines. This will build your business. Every single site that you create, you can then sell for profit, which I also show you in the course. But I'll leave it there. I hope that's answered most of your questions. And if you've got any more, you can send me an email to support@azonfasttrack.com and I'll get back to you. But I look forward to building you a profitable site, and I will see you in the one-on-one coaching. Cheers, guys.